In the bench, I think it's my first time in my career, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like a club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel it. I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want me in the club. But again, this club I always support it. My kids will always support it. I love the club so much, and I will always do. Now I called my mom yesterday because I knew you guys didn't know that I'm gonna start or not, but I knew. Yeah. I called my mom and dad yesterday. I told them come to Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll see what's gonna happen, but in my head, I'm going to enjoy that game if I played or not, if I'm in the bench or not, because I don't know what's gonna happen now. So I'm just gonna be in Anfield, say goodbye to the fans, going to Africa Cup, because I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm there. So,
what do you do with the situation now, Mohamed?
It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that happened always to me. Like, I don't get it. I think if I'm somewhere else, every club will protect his player. I don't know why I'm in that situation now. But again, it's how I see it now. It's like you throw Mo under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. But I don't think I'm the problem. I have done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get, and I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. People will say, you're not bigger than. I'm not bigger than anyone. I earn my position. This is football. Yeah. So it is what it is.
When you say that about the Brighton game, you mean that possibly it could be your last game. You consider your future in January, perhaps.
Yeah, in football you never know, but I don't accept the situation, to be fair. Again, I've done so much for this club.
Is that what's so frustrating for you? Because you've done something?
Absolutely. Last season, I'm sorry, with all the respect, I love everyone. I love Haaland.
Thank you for tuning in. The clear version, I know the very muffled version of the interview yesterday, a much clearer version is now available, and so much still, I think, to unpack. We've got a different angle because there's a real interesting piece of information that's come out about this. Jamie Carragher has been brought into this as well, with Mo Salah also making this claim that wasn't yet aired. By the way, like this video, please, if you could. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have that bell notification button turned on. But he also said, after what I've done for this club, it really hurts. You can imagine, really. I know the club too well. I've been here for many years. Tomorrow, Jamie Carragher is going to go for me again and again, and that's fine. Jamie Carragher, he believes he's going to go for him, believes he is going to attack him, believes he is going to slam him for this. But, we heard it yesterday, and I know that it was a little difficult to follow along with. I struggled at times because it was a little muffled. But listening to the reactions of Liverpool fans, it feels so torn. It feels so split. And before we listen to more of that again, actually, let's take a listen here to some Liverpool fans speaking about the situation. Plus, somebody official at Liverpool Football Club was there during that interview, and we're going to bring that to you as well. But let's take a little listen here to these fans speaking.
That's all. He's being made to be a scapegoat, in my eyes.
Mohamed Salah shocked the footballing world last night with his quote claiming that he's been thrown under the bus by Liverpool and that his relationship with manager Arne Slot has broken down. We're at Anfield to find out what the Liverpool fans think.
You can't say that position's mine because of what I've done for the club. That position's whoever's playing best in that position, mate.
Great player that he is.
I agree with that point, first and foremost. That's probably the biggest thing that Salah said that I disagree with, or the thing I disagree most with. You haven't earned that spot. You just played so well you couldn't be dropped. You haven't played well. You should be dropped. That being said, nobody in the last 3 games has been particularly good in that position for Liverpool.
You can't say that, really, ever. I agree with him. I do think he is getting a little bit let down. He's done so much for the club since he's been there.
No team has a player that deserves, you've got to play for that place. And this season he hasn't been playing for that place. So for me, he should be on the bench.
I don't blame him, that's all. He's being made to be a scapegoat, in my eyes.
Scapegoat. I mean, that has been used a lot by people, that he is being used as a scapegoat. He is being used as he's the reason it's all going wrong. I don't think any Liverpool fan with a working brain cell believes that, because, you know, he hasn't been great this year, nor has Van Dijk, nor is Vias, nor is Isak. But I don't think it's down to any one individual. The manager has certainly played a big part in that. And at the end of the day, he was dropped for the whole game yesterday, and they still didn't win. They still let up. The same mistakes were still there. Nobody can think this is all on Mo Salah.
Frustration, isn't it? Everyone's human at the end of the day. So, yeah, say what you got to say, do what you got to do. Everyone's got emotions. He's probably frustrated himself, so that's that, isn't it?
The idea, though, that everyone's a human, you can just say what you want, that's where I do push back. This is where I look at the board, and this is where I look at the hierarchy at Liverpool, not Slot, the hierarchy. I think if they allow Salah to say this, with unequivocal power, with no reciprocity, you create a dynamic where maybe no manager at the club is ever going to be in control again. Not in the the short and medium term. Yes, Mo Salah is a figurehead at that club, a legend, where Liverpool fans, you can tell me if I'm wrong here. I think there's only probably 2 or 3 players, maybe 4 or 5 ever in Liverpool's history that are seen as superior to him. He's on par with most. But if he's able now to say this, suggest the club's throwing him under the bus, say he has no relationship with the manager, state that he has no idea why he's not playing like this. Again, he might think my form hasn't been good, but I haven't been communicated with. I have no relationship anymore. If he's just left to his own devices to do that, and this is where I think Liverpool fans, even if you want Slot out, this is where you've got to be careful. Forget it's Arne Slot and remember the position he holds at your club. If he isn't supported by the ownership here, the manager that is, who's to say this can't happen again and again and again? That is what you need to guard against. We're going to go on to the Jamie Carragher stuff in a moment as well, but this was a reverse angle, and this is really important to look at. Let's play it for you here.
I'm sitting on the bench for 90 minutes. I think that's the third time I'm in the bench. I think it's my first time in my career, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like the club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I felt it, how I feel it.
You see the look, the man there in the yellow lanyard. If you go back there, just watch his face. His head's down. Watch his face.
That's how I felt it, how I feel it.
Let me go back a little bit.
Seems like the club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I felt it.
Lifts his head up. Oh, that's this. Oh, I don't know his name, but what I was told, and I've been sent this video by about 5 different people, is that is Liverpool's press officer. So a real senior figure at the club from the media point of view was there and then witnessed the remainder of that conversation. And you can almost see an awkwardness come over him, that moment of, oh, he said that. You know, he hasn't control over what Mo Salah says to a large degree, but he has to handle the fallout now. He's the press officer of the football club. And these things are not going to help in terms of the relationship. Now, we mentioned earlier Jamie Carragher, and Mo Salah thinks he's going to attack him again. Now, obviously, Super Sunday is going to happen. I'm not sure if anything has been said because I haven't sat there and watched the show. Monday Night Football is on tomorrow, where I'm sure they're probably saving it more so for then, and Jamie Carragher will. We know Jamie Carragher will come out because Mo Salah, he's been wanting Mo Salah to speak. He's going to look at this as Mo Salah. Jamie Carragher will probably look at this and go, well, I did tell you that the only time Mo speaks when things are going bad is in a self-serving way. I think Jamie Carragher, in my opinion, is going to go in. In my opinion, is going to defend Arne Slot. In my opinion, is going to defend the club and say that isn't the Liverpool way. It isn't the Liverpool way to operate. It's not what we do. Keep things behind closed doors. He's done that in the past over the salary element and the new contract. But where are you all at with this? I really want to gauge your opinions. My mind hasn't changed from yesterday. It shows me there's problems at the club, big problems at the club, that Mo Salah has come out and spoke. But I don't think he should have done. I understand, and I get the knee-jerk reaction. Terry, no, we've got to get Slot out. We need Slot out. Slot's got to go. He's helping us. It's the precedent that it sets. It's sometimes in life you can do things for the right reasons. It doesn't make your actions correct. And this, for me, feels like one of them. Was this needed? Was it? That's the big question that I want to pose to you all. Was this needed? Let's take a look at what they had to say on Sunday Supplement about this. Take a little listen here.
Well, Salah only really generally speaks to the press in the mixer when he's got a message to give, and it's a really strong one. I mean, it looks like, you know, we don't know whether there's something personal has gone behind the scenes with him and Slot, but what it looks like on the face of things is a guy who won Liverpool the title, who played brilliantly last season, who got a fat new contract from the club, and the love of the fans and all of that goodwill, and hasn't played well this season, and has been put on the bench for 3 games basically. And this has exploded his sense of self-worth. I mean, that's basically what it looks like. You know, it's not like, you know, they want me out. Like, they've put him on the bench for 3 games, and he hasn't been worth a place in the team. And Liverpool have been struggling because under the new system, it puts a huge amount of pressure on him, not just to create and score, but also to contribute off the ball, which again he hasn't been doing. So it does look as though he's sort of picked this moment. He's picked a moment when Liverpool aren't doing well, when he feels like he can take control of the narrative ahead of AFCON, ahead of, you know, potentially the January transfer window. And, you know, I think a lot of people at Liverpool in the hierarchy have to bear the responsibility for this, not just the way things have gone this season, but the decisions that were taken that have led them to this point in terms of recruitment, in terms of the decision to give him a new contract. And I think the fact that Salah has felt emboldened to do this now, I think it is a sign of how weak Slot is and how weak Liverpool are.
And look, I agree with large parts of that. Liverpool's bad form isn't just about Mo Salah playing badly, isn't just about Arne Slot's system and coaching, teams he picks. It also you have to look at the fact they've renewed both aging players in Van Dijk and Salah on massive contracts. They changed their transfer approach. I'll hold my hands up as a United fan watching. I was panicking. I was worried. I was concerned due to the fact that Hughes and Edwards do such a great job of running their club. I didn't think they would re-sign players they had any indication or thoughts could go backwards. I didn't believe they would spend money on players that didn't fit the system that already won them so many trophies and had them purring for large parts of last season. I didn't think they would, in that same breath, allow the manager to start changing things up dramatically rather than keeping the ship moving in the same direction as he had inherited from Slot. Had I have known all that, my predictions for Liverpool season would have been the complete opposite. I would never have thought it would have been this bad, but I would have predicted a fall off of some degree. So there's no doubt multiple people have to take responsibility here. It's rarely as simple as just manager bad, one player bad. For me, that's always a slight exaggeration. And even if the manager isn't doing a good job, half the time it isn't working is because the players decide they don't want to work and don't want to play. And it's one thing that Hughes and Edwards have now got to get right and push back against. Look, we're going to see what Jamie Carragher has to say about this. Mo Salah thinks he's going to attack him. What do you believe? What's your thoughts and feelings towards Mo Salah today? I can't wait to read them in that comment section below. But please like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to see you all again very, very soon. Peace.